Okay, hello. I wonder if I should have that light on each time. It makes it look not as. Eh. Tell me in the comments below. I'd like to have a thought about that. All right, so PlayStation 2 Part 2. Technically recording this on a separate day, but I wanted to record everything in advance before it uploaded, so don't pay mind about that stuff. Alrighty. So these games, half of them I'm at least familiar with enough that I could probably tell you what I think about them. There's some I've actually played. I don't know about actually finishing. And there's still at least a handful that I just kind of own and don't know anything about. So let's go. So first off, something I actually know something about: Tales of Legendia. So I actually made it really far in this game. Let's see. I had met all these characters. Yes, I had met all of them before I quit playing. Why did I stop? Other than it being really long. I mean, all the Tales games are longs. Over 70 hours of gameplay. That's probably why. Yeah. I mean, I still roughly remember the storyline. So, main character you play as is this guy here. He's the first one you play as. He is the first person that joins you, to help. She is this guy, the main guy. Alright, this main guy's sister, I guess. I'm not sure if they're actually blood related or if it's just that's what he calls them. It might just be that's what he calls her. I can't remember if she actually joined me in fighting or not. I remember meeting her, and I remember her ridiculousness, and I remember meeting him, and I'm pretty sure I had to fight him. I don't remember if he actually was of any help or not. Like, my memories of this game are vague at best. I do remember playing it quite a bit. So, based on the back of the thing here, yeah, they join you. Those two groupers join you. The back also has this girl. I don't know what to call her other than this weirdo pop-up ninja child. It's like in this little tiny image. But she pops up. I remember her popping up. She's interesting. There's also this really hilarious little girl child person. I don't know how old these people are. They're all chibi when you run across them. I feel like she's supposed to be young. But she's like the cooking person, and she gives you the recipes in the game to make different stuff, which you can use to like power up for battles and to heal and stuff. And she has like this ridiculous chef outfit thing, and she's all like, yeah! And I'm like, what? And then the characters say the same thing. What was that? And I'm like, yes, exactly. What was that? She's hilarious. And my nose is itching me. Again, I think it's like I come to stream and my nose is like, let me itch you. Anyway, she like rolls away, and it's so hilarious. So, I don't know. Anyways, as you can tell from the back here, there actually is like animated cutscenes. That's actually from the very beginning of the game. That girl gets wet, and I guess salt water is bad for her, but fresh water heals her or something. I don't know. She glowed in water, and somebody thought he was trying to drown her, and my nose was itching me. And there's like all this drama at the very beginning of the game. I don't know. It's a lot of silliness, but at the same time, I was like really into it. It's just, it takes a long time to do anything. Alright, Indigo Prophecy. This is known as Fahrenheit in other regions because I don't know. A stranger's been stabbed to death and the killer is you. It's literally the description. So if you're familiar with Heavy Rain, this is something similar aspect wise. So you kind of have options you can make, and it determines what ending you get. Basically, um, you have like limited actions and stuff of what you could do, but you also have certain actions you can do that can help you or hurt you. So, but yeah, you control the plot, and you need to uncover the truth behind the crime, battle the dark forces, fall deeper into the mystery. Every choice, every action shifts, alters your journey. You might pay dearly for your crime or edge closer to the unbelievable secret of the prophecy. But it does say at the beginning, unexplainable urges, decent citizens are murdering others throughout the city at random in public. So it doesn't really tell you much, but you got to figure it out. Anyways, each character has like a sanity and mental stability, and you got to like manage that somehow. And there's 4 playable characters you switch between. I only played long enough to play the first character and be in the bathroom where the murder happens at the very beginning. And you have to cover it up if you want to help him get away with it. Because he didn't do it on purpose or something. It's involved with the figuring out the dark mystery thing. Yeah. If you properly do everything, you actually can make it harder on yourself later on. Because later on, you do need something from that scene, which doesn't make sense, but whatever. It doesn't have to make sense. But yeah, I was like, what? It's like if I do a good job, that's good. But later on, it could be bad. And I'm like, what? So, it's something that I'd like to play through it blind one time and then look up a guide to get the good ending. Because multiple endings means multiple playthroughs if you want to complete it. I don't see me completing this, but I do see me playing it through once to see what happens just with my own observations. And then again, to get a good ending. I didn't have to do that with Heavy Rain. Whenever I played Heavy Rain, I got a good ending. Well, at least I call it a good ending. The guy that I think he was the bad guy, at least from what I could tell from the storyline, from what I understand. The guy that was the actual bad guy got killed, but I mean, I wish I could get away with like not killing him, but I couldn't figure out a way out of that scene. So, whatever. Shining Force Neo. This game, it's a pretty fun action RPG. I didn't get very far in it just because I got distracted. But it's pretty sweet. So you start out with this main guy character here with the sword. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure the girl's available at the beginning too. Can't tell if that's the same girl or not. I guess it's supposed to be. She just doesn't. This artwork of her doesn't really look like the artwork of her, as you can see on the back here with the little red-haired guy and the blonde chick. All right. So it tells you that there's a total of 11 friends. I remember finding the older guy. I remember him. But I think he died? I don't remember. Let's see. Hero just like his father. Journey with 11 characters. Over 90 enemies simultaneously attack. Wield different weapons. That I do remember. Different types of force arts. I don't really remember using the force arts. I do remember the different weapons, and I remember leveling up, and I remember going somewhere I didn't belong, getting a stronger weapon, and then going back, and I was moving forward. And then I went to upgrade the place that you turn back to, your base, went to upgrade some stuff at the base, and I think I got distracted. It wasn't that it was a bad game. I mean, it's a little repetitive, but it's varied enough that I was having fun with it. I think I just got distracted with something new. New and shiny is my problem. I honestly have not played this game. I have a problem. Anyways, Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I think I got it just because it said Castlevania, and this dude, at least I think it's a dude, looked interesting. I really couldn't tell you anything about it. It does tell you you're playing as a Belmont, Leon Belmont. He's a nobleman. He's about to be wed to his fiancée, Sarah Tarantul. Suddenly disappears. So Sarah's disappeared. He embarks on an epic journey to bring her back, unaware evil looms in the shadows. Majestic tale Castlevania and the true origins of the Belmont clan. Yeah, whatever. Beat up enemies. It's probably like the other Castlevanias. If you want the good ending, you gotta save the stupid broad. And if you screw it up, you get a bad ending. So this game, just like Nano Breaker, I got stuck at a certain point where I just kept dying and couldn't figure out what the hell to do. And the only reason I got this is because the back of it says, if you love Devil May Cry, you'll love Chaos Legion. Honestly, yeah, it does remind me of Devil May Cry. But I feel like it's harder. That it is fun and very hack slashy. I'll have to try it sometime. I really don't remember much about it but getting stuck. I'll have to try to play it again sometime and see if I can't figure it out. Alright, Twisted Metal Black. I got this after I beat Twisted Metal 1, the PlayStation 1 game. I guess it's just called Twisted Metal. I beat that once, and then I looked up the other endings because I wasn't going to beat it again. And then I had saw a video. I don't remember what video I was watching on YouTube, but it was talking about this game, and it showed some of the like cutscenes and stuff for the characters, and it looked a lot more in-depth storyline-wise versus the first Twisted Metal. And I got this because I said I like the idea of actually having a storyline worthwhile to unlock, other than just text on screen that makes me go, okay. So, everybody talks about Dark Cloud 2, so I got Dark Cloud 1. Yes, I'm smart like that. I feel like I have Dark Cloud 2 probably on PlayStation Network or something, but I don't really keep track of my digital games that much. I mainly was like, I want to play the games in order. Not that you need to. I'm just weird. I played a fair amount of this. I had got, I think, 2 out of 3 of my villagers happy. And one of them was wanting our window towards a sunshine or something, and I couldn't figure it out. And I had started exploring a new section of, like, the dungeon. Because I was looking for some item, but I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, honestly. I was just kind of like, I'll level up and something. Because I forget, does your weapon level up, or do you just improve your weapon? I forget. I know it tells you there's 6 playable team members, but I don't think I found a single one of them. I was just playing as this guy here, who I kept thinking, he looks like Link. I am simple-minded. I don't know. That was like the main thing I kept thinking. I was like, he kind of looks like Link on the cover. And then I was playing the game, and I was like, he just kind of looks a little derpy. Because it looks less like this hat and more like a messed up do-rag on his head. It ends up more looking like he has green hair half the time from the angles instead of having a hat on his head. Plus, you really can't tell it in this particular image, but he has an orange outfit, and it looks so stupid. I'm like, this guy is a goober. And plus, I was having issues figuring out how to fight the flying enemies. Like, I was getting my butt kicked by bats. And I think that's pretty much why I stopped. I was like, I don't have patience for learning this combat style right now. And then I went and played something else. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's annoying. And it takes like a learning curve. I feel like once I learn the curve and get to a point where I'm actually improving the village instead of just rotating some idiot's house until it faces the sunshine. Anyway, so Dawn of Mana. Here's the sad thing. I've played several hours of this game. All I remember is being confused and just being like, I'm just gonna keep going forward and beating stuff up with my sword and using my vine whip to swing across places. His vine whip kind of works like a hook shot. That's my best explanation of it. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like magic or a weapon. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you what the storyline was because I was not understanding it at the time. I was just like, ooh, cutscenes. Okay, I really don't know what I'm doing, but okay, moving on. Yeah, you play as Keldy, which is such a great name. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what it tells you in the back, too. Grab, toss, tumble, swing, and crash anything you can get your hands on into a panicked frenzy. No, I don't know about a frenzy, but okay. It's just kind of like a action-adventure game. There's platforming, which kind of held me back a little bit because I'm not very good at platforming. But the action is fun. I was having fun, even if I didn't know what I was doing. Unlimited Saga. I think I just picked this up because it said Square Enix. Yeah. Pretty sure that's all I did, because I do not... Looking at the back, I don't remember anything about this. Yeah. I'll have to look through the booklet sometime and see if there's, like, some secret involved. Or if it was just a case of that I don't have you would need a second disc or something. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Okay, on the main menu of this game, there's a Final Fantasy X-2 preview. So there's a possibility I might have picked it up for that purpose. Just this little blurb here. I like Final Fantasy X-2. I know nothing about this game. Metal Saga. You could game over at the beginning of the game by choosing that you don't want to do anything. I went back home in the game because I was like, I wonder if I can heal at my house or it can just tell me that I failed and game over. Now, kind of it. I guess you're supposed to do stuff. You can't just go back to your house. I did not understand that because it's not like it told me that, but whatever. Well, yeah. So it's an RPG of some sort. I don't know. It's one of those things where I was like, I don't know. Portal Runner. I actually played a fair amount of this game. No idea what I was doing half the time. You do run through portals and sometimes the lion shows up. I mean, I was collecting thingamajiggers and fighting stuff. Honestly, I don't think I knew what I was doing half the time. The storyline didn't make any sense from what I could tell. These people that are evil are trying to stop her, and she just kind of iterates that she's lost and wants to go home. I'm like, so why'd you go through the portal? I don't know. I guess it don't have to make sense. Yeah, something about she's led to a trap. The back of the box makes more sense than the game did. So it says after Vicky, our character, is led into a trap by her nemesis, Bridget Blue. They're hurled through a portal into treacherous new worlds. Now they must work together to battle deadly foes, solve puzzles, and explore new realms in search of a way home. So I'm like, okay, but how did she get trapped? Literally, the beginning cutscene does not explain how she got trapped. She just kind of goes through a portal. Why did you walk through the portal? I don't know. I feel like that's just a common sense thing. All right. This is one of the games I was talking about. I know nothing about. Didn't even touch it. Legion: The Legend of Excalibur. I think I get it because it's King Arthur tale. Don't ask me. I played a lot of this game. To Champions Return to Arms. This is a fun game. Never beat it. I would eventually, every time, get stuck on some boss and get killed. And I wasn't really sure what to do. Yeah. And looking at the back of it don't really tell me anything. The back of it is not what the game looks like. So it's like a pretty zoomed out view, like almost top down, and you run around and you hack and slash enemies and stuff. There's different, yeah, there's 7 races and classes. Yeah, you could choose between. I mean, I could generally make it pretty far with either using like the typical like warrior type character, or using the ranged attack like archer type character. And I always would get stuck by like either the 3rd or 4th boss. I don't remember if it was the 3rd or the 4th. I know I got past the first 2. And I also can tell you I don't know anything about the story. I don't even know if it has a story. It was just kind of a case of beat the things up. Yeah! Loot them. Take their monies. I'm going to find a shop and buy some stuff. Generally just buying healing items and better defense is generally what I ended up doing a lot. Yeah. I don't remember. I do remember playing this with my dad too, because you can play this multiplayer. Apparently it was also part of like some of the PlayStation 2 online stuff, but I never had that. I didn't even know that was a thing for like years. I never understood anything about it. I don't even think I had a PlayStation 2 that was a fat PlayStation 2 that you could have put an adapter on. Pretty sure I've only always had the Slim, because I liked that it fit better on my shelf. My logic. I mean, I can't blame myself. I wouldn't have room for a big one now anyways. Up to 100 hours of gameplay per character. Like, you're gonna replay it. I feel like once you beat it, you'd move on. So I had so much fun with that. I picked up the other game, Champions of Norath, which, honestly, I'm not sure, but I feel like storyline-wise, this one's supposed to go first. But it does tell you on the back here that the people that made Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance also made this RPG. So I feel like they probably made the other one too. This one only has 5 races, 5 classes. So it doesn't have as big a variety. I didn't really play it. I mainly picked it up because of the champion's name. I saw it was a lot harder and didn't really get anywhere with it. Okay. Romancing Saga. It's just like the other Saga game. I just kind of picked it up. In this case, I picked it up because I knew it was an RPG. And that you could play as 8 different characters. I couldn't really figure out what I'm supposed to do. I forget what character I chose. I picked a random character, and I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do as that character, and it kind of made me not play it. Don't really have a good excuse on that one. Okay. Rune Viking Warlord. Let's see. Let me look at the... Yeah, I don't think I played this. Pretty sure it's not one of those games I own it. Alright, here's a game I played. Shining Force EXA. So, you start out with these 2 characters. The chick uses magic with her book thing, and the guy uses a sword. So naturally, I used the guy. I tried using her, but her magic and her little tiny chain whip kind of... I was getting my butt kicked, so I started using the guy. So his name's Toma, and her name is like Cyril or something like that. Um, you get like this. It's called the Geo Fortress, and it's like your base, and it's kind of like a big robot. And the further you get in the game, the more stuff you unlock in the base. I unlocked like two or three things. I mean, I made decent progress. I found different stuff. I found stuff for her specifically that let me actually fight as her. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that. Because I know the storyline just kind of. They're curious about the Geo Fortress and they're trying to destroy the evil. And his sword is special, you know. Because, of course, it is. Um. Yeah, I don't. I feel like there was like another character like involved. Maybe it was just the fortress itself that talked. Cause I feel like there was like somebody else who talked and it wasn't very helpful. Anyways, it tells you you're supposed to like defend the fortress, but I never really had any incidents where I had to defend the fortress. It might just be I had upgraded it good enough that it didn't matter, or because I kept trying to go between the two characters to level them up and give them better equipment. I'm not really sure. I didn't make it very far in that game though because I mainly didn't know what I was doing. Alright, so the Nightmare of Druaga Fushigino Dungeon. So it's kind of like a dungeon explorer type game, as far as I could tell. Um, does it tell me anything? Okay. Da-da-da. Dungeon doors. Strategy filled turn based battles. Da-da-da. Collaboration between Mysterious Dungeon series and the arcade classic Tower of Druaga. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I knew was like the dungeon crawling aspect was a thing. Um, I made it like to the first like stop point in the dungeon where it makes you return back because you don't have a key or whatever because you need to find keys to unlock doors. I don't know. It doesn't have to make sense. And despite him looking like he has gold armor on, he like starts out with pitiful defense. There's a lot of strategy involved with like the attacking and stuff. I didn't make it very far. I mainly was confused. And then I was like, I don't think I'm strategizing right. Because I was having a lot of issues. But of course, maybe I'm just supposed to return back to the base more often. I don't know. Max Payne 2, even though I couldn't get anywhere Max Payne 1, I grabbed this game anyways because, I don't know, I ain't touched it. The Bible game. I got this mainly out of morbid curiosity. I think I only played it on easy. Does it tell you if the difficulties? No. Just tells you that you can play with up to 4 players ahead. The AI set. I think I just have them set on easy, and a lot of the questions that I was given was easy. Yeah, like on which mountain did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? Yeah. Mount Ararat. Yeah. And then there's like little mini games. Some of it don't even require you to know anything. Just climbing Jacob's ladder, which okay. And it tells you there's music, but honestly, I don't remember any of the music. I don't remember much about this game, but I played through it like one time. And then I was like, I should play through it again some other time because it's supposed to have 1,500 questions. And I just kind of like briefly played it, like, because I just chose like an easy round, a short, easy round, I think. Because there's like different options and stuff for how long the round is and all that stuff. And I was mainly just curious about what it was and didn't really do much. Alright, Golden Compass. See, I got to the point I was riding the bear. Don't I don't remember really much. I know, like, you start out, you're in the house. You gotta leave a house and escape it or something. I don't know. At some point, end up out in the snow, and I found the bear, and then I end up riding the bear. And then I was supposed to do something, I guess, with the compass, and I was supposed to use the bear's powers to keep moving forward or something. I don't know. I don't really remember. I know I played it for a fair amount of time. I just don't remember much about it other than it was like action adventure-y. And it was loosely based around the film. I think it might be more closely based to the books than it is the film. Truth be told, they say it's based on the film, but I didn't really recognize the film in it. So the Jade Cocoon 2, the stickers over the 2. I remember playing for a bit because it is an RPG and there's monsters that you can train and stuff. I don't really remember much other than I was like, oh, you get like monsters and you train them and you battle with them. And then I kind of quit playing it because I was like, that's a lot. I was like, I'd have to take notes, and then I'd quit playing. I don't know that I really would have to take notes. I think that's just like a preference thing for me when it comes to games. When you keep track of like multiple characters. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way because this thing does not like unzipping. I don't know why, but the zipper is always sticking. So these are games that I don't have cases for. Either the case is cracked or just who knows. Alright, so got Project Eden. I really don't remember much about that. Got Soul Calibur 3. I know that's a fighting game. Dance Dance Revolution Extreme. Dance Dance Revolution X2. Okay, here we go. In the Narnia games, you got Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, and you got the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I grabbed those because I like the Narnia series. You got Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles. I played it. I didn't finish it. I played a fair amount of it, and I got stuck on a particular battle with. Was it Neji? I want to say it was Neji, and it was just driving me crazy. Monster Hunter, the very first Monster Hunter game, I think. I'll be honest, this game is hard. I don't know what I was doing in it half the time. I didn't make very much progress in it because it's a lot of work. Valkyrie Profile 2, I played a ton of this game. Subtitled Samaria. I love this game. I love the art style. I love the way that the game works with the side scrolling and the going in and out of different zones. I was having a ball with it. I say I easily put over 20 hours in that game. I don't know where I was in the game as far as progression wise, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was at least halfway through it. Alright, Kingsfield, Ancient City. Another one of those games I just didn't touch. I own it, but I don't know anything about it besides Kingsfield. It's supposed to be like RPG. Legend of Londar. I don't know. Blood Rain. I played to a certain point. I was supposed to do some platforming thing and screwed it up and just didn't feel like redoing it for whatever reason and kind of moved on. Dragon Ball Z Budokai. I don't think I've really played it. I mean, it's just like the Naruto games. It's like based on the cartoon and it's fighting. So I think I pretty much just kind of got it because I was like, yeah, Budokai. And then I didn't play it. Alias, I'm pretty sure it's based on the show. I didn't really play it. I just kind of got it because I could. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I played it a decent amount. I suck at it, but I played it. Summoner. Another one of those games that I gotta look at a guide for because I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. Soul Reaver 2. I got it because it looked fun. I really have no explanation for myself. I got it from Hollywood Video. Let's just put it that way. It was from a place that's no longer existent. Dragon Ball Z Sagas. Another one of those games I just kind of got because I was like, I like Dragon Ball Z. And I ain't actually played it. The Mark of Kree. I honestly don't remember why I grabbed this game. I don't remember anything about it. For all I know, it could be a terrible game. Okay. Try to get some games that I actually am familiar with. Bard's Tale. I actually played a lot of this game. See, I was. So I know I did everything in the first town. I was working on. I had made my way to the second town. And I had accidentally did something stupid and got myself killed. And then I went to redo some stuff. I don't remember what I think I just kind of saved and quit because I went to go do something else and then I didn't go back to the game. All right, so this is a 2-disc game because those actually exist. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Honestly, I've not actually played it. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness. Yeah, I ain't played it. I don't. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I had played a demo of it on the computer. But I got stuck on like some stupid ship fight. And I was like, I bet it's easier on PlayStation 2. And then I didn't play it. So. Onimusha Warlords. I played until I got on this bridge and I got stuck because I didn't know what to do. Here's a game I've played. Odin Sphere. I finished all of the Valkyrie storyline for the first playthrough or whatever. I think there's more stuff you can unlock as you play the other characters. But, like, I played through to the end of her storyline of what it would let me do. And it unlocked Oswald. And did I finish his? I might have finished his too. Yeah, I think I played through him. He's her fiance. I know I was working on this girl over here, this fairy girl. I was working on her storyline. A lot of her attacks are ranged attacks. She's not really good as like an upfront combat. And I was really struggling with her levels when I quit playing. Yeah, there's 5 different characters you can play as. Now I remember Gwendolyn here. I played through all of hers. And then I think I played through his too. I don't really remember. I do know I definitely played through all hers, and I remember I was working on this girl. Then I found out that there was more storyline and more stuff available in the... what is it called? It's Odin Sphere something. It had like another name to the title. I'm not looking it up right now, but there's like a newer version of Odin Sphere that had more storyline and I think more stuff to fight, more bosses. Not 100% sure on that, but I do know it's supposed to have more storyline. So I was like, well, I could continue completing this, but I want to see the new storyline also. So I kind of quit playing it. I haven't started up playing the other one, but I do know for sure I own that PlayStation Network. I think it's PS4, but I could play it on. I think I can download it and play it on my PlayStation 5 if I wanted. Alright, Samurai Warriors. I just kind of got it because it looked like a fun hack 'em slash 'em. I ain't actually played it. Alright, Sonic Mega Collection Plus. It's just, like your original Genesis Sonic games. I've played them, dabbled at them. I don't think I've ever actually beat a Sonic game. Well, I beat Sonic the Hedgehog, but I got the bad ending because you got to get all the emeralds to get the good ending, and I wasn't messing with that. Alright, come here, games. Arc the Lad, End of Darkness. Like Twilight Spirits, I didn't really play it. I kind of was like, oh, that's a cool RPG, and then distracted. The Sims, I actually tried playing this. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. As I was trying to do, like, the story mode or whatever you want to call it. And I just got frustrated and said, screw it. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'd rather do literally anything else. I'll go back to it one of these days. I think what I need to do is play it in sandbox mode. Then I might have fun. Alright, Sonic Heroes. I did play... Let's see... I don't know if I actually beat Team Rose's story. I know I played a ton of it. I would have been like... I either beat it or was really close to the end of it. I know I was on the last level for Team Sonic at one point. But I kept falling off. There's like this grind rail you needed to switch between. And I kept falling off. And I just got mad and quit playing. I at some point dabbled in Team Chaotix. And I got annoyed with some of the requirements of their missions and quit playing them. And I played Team Dark long enough to realize it was even harder than Team Sonic, who I was struggling with. And I was like, maybe after I get better at gaming. I'm better at gaming now, I think. So I do need to go back to it and see if I can't actually beat it one day. Okay. So... Chaos Wars. Brings together heroes from Ruse, Atlas, Red, and Idea Factory. You must learn the basics of battle. Then you can complete quests, recruit the best team. What? Alright, so from what I understand, this is like a strategy RPG type thing. It's not necessarily a good game. It's mainly the fact that it brings together characters from other games. So for me, you got Shadow Heart's main characters here. Yuri and... Was her name Alice? I want to say it was Alice. Don't quote me. I could be completely wrong. I don't think... Off the top of my head, I don't recognize the other characters. But the fact that they do say on the back here that they're from Atlas, Red, and Idea Factory means that I probably will recognize some of them. I don't know who Aruz is. I am familiar with a lot of Atlas games. I don't know who Red is, but I am familiar with Idea Factory too. So, I'd say there's a good chance I would recognize some of these characters if I started playing it. I don't know... Yeah, it has a booklet, but I don't know if it tells me... Yeah, it just gives me, like, their names, and that's not very helpful. So, yeah, you got... Yeah. Alright, so they're calling... Is that him? Or did they just, like, get confused? They got more than one form of him? Because these are clearly Shadow Hearts 1 characters, okay? But in the booklet, they got him from Shadow Hearts 2, along with the Shadow Hearts 2 character Karen. And they're calling him Uru, but I don't think that was his name. Shikita. Karmai. Shizuku Mizuki. Trying to see if any of these other names ring a bell, but not really. But it could just be that they're named stupid. I mean, Karen's the only one that I know for sure is named right. So, I don't know. I guess it doesn't have to make sense. It's just one of those, it's more like a fan game than it is a serious game. And that's mainly why I got it. Fan gaming. Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. So I know a lot of people poo-poo on it. I like Vincent for whatever reason. So I actually do want to, at some point, another play through this. I know I spent like a long time. I spent like over an hour trying to get past like a barrier, and I couldn't figure out how to get through a thing. I finally found the place I was supposed to go inside, and there was like a cutscene with Yuffie, and I don't remember. So this is supposed to take place after Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So literally, it happens at the dead end of the series. So I'm not in a hurry to play it. I want to play through the rest of the Final Fantasy VII games for them in order of release. This one not included with the order of release thing. Alright. Shadow Hearts, like I said, I have the games. Does it say what her stinking name is? Young girl holding the key. That's not helpful. Yeah. They don't even tell you the name of the stupid people. Cause I want to say his name. Yeah, there's no booklet for this one. Darn it. I mean, finding it was difficult. This is not an easy game to find. I will tell you that much. So, this guy is like one of the first, like... He's like a boss, but not really, because he doesn't... It's more like a cutscene, and he leaves. And, you play as that guy, and that chick's with you. You start on a train. I goofed around on the train for a while to get used to the Judgment Ring, because the battle system is very unique. It's a good battle system, though. From what I understand, there is kind of a prequel, but I don't think it's a storyline prequel, Kodelka. I one day want to get a hold of Kodelka and play it, just so I know if it has anything at all to do with this other than the Judgment Ring system. See, I played through this, let's see, after the train. There was a lot of walking around aimlessly. I remember there was a town of cannibals, and I finished that town. And after I finished the town, I think I made it to a city before I quit. I could be wrong. I do know I exited the stupid cannibal area. I don't remember much. I remember thinking that maybe I should have level grinded a little more, as I was having a few difficulties with some of the enemies. I don't know. Does this even tell you anything? No. Alright, so there's the Shadow Hearts Covenant. This is the second game. You know it's the second game whenever you start it up, because it implies that it takes place right after the events of the first game. This is one of those 2-disc games also. You start out playing as Karen, but you quickly get him. Does it tell you? Yeah, Yuri. Yeah, it tells you that this is taking place right after the other one. And I was right. His name's Yuri. The girl is named Alice. That evil dude's named Albert Simon. And Albert Simon tries to attack Karen at the beginning of this game. And Yuri shows up to save the day. Does this even have a... Yeah, a character list. Yuri Hyuga. Yeah. Oh, shit. These things can come out of these cases so easily. Yeah, when you start out as Karen, that stupid Nikolai Conrad's there. Honestly, I don't remember much about him other than going, I hope he got killed, because he was not helpful. Let's see. Blanca's with us, but I don't think Blanca actually helps in battle or anything. Pretty sure that wolf's just hanging out. Yeah. Geppetto and Cornelia. Cornelia's his puppet, I guess. Geppetto is one of the first characters you can use that joins Karen and Yuri. And I gave her an upgraded outfit to make her more useful. I don't remember much about that. I remember playing a fair amount, though. Let's see. No, I don't remember the pro wrestler, the dancers. I don't think I made it much further than that. Yeah, I didn't meet the other three characters that are listed as main characters. There's like a main town that you end up in, and there's like a shit ton of stuff to do. I guess the wolf does fight alongside you based on this picture. I don't remember it fighting alongside me. Mainly because it just wasn't helpful, I guess. I mainly remembered using Geppetto's magical skills that his puppet can do. Remember using Yuri. I remember he has like a shadow world that he enters in. It has something to do with some kind of demon powers. I don't know. He can transform or something. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm sure it'd make more sense if I actually played through the first game. This is the third game. No idea if it even has anything to do with each other's storyline wise. But Shadow Hearts from the New World. So you can take pictures with a camera? Honestly, I don't know. I do know the fighting system is still the same. And I know that you start out as this guy and you can take pictures with the camera. I wasn't sure what all I am supposed to take pictures of. I don't. Yeah, looking at his back, I don't think I played it very long because I don't remember meeting any of these people. I think I just played it long enough to be like, I got to take pictures of stuff. What am I taking pictures of? What does this have to do with the rest of the Shadow Hearts games? I don't know. I'll find out one day. Alright. I got this game mainly because I like 2 and 3. So I've not actually played this one, Atelier Iris Eternal Mana. It's the first game in the series of Atelier Iris. I got it because I like the other two. So I ain't played this one. I played a lot of this one. I spent a lot of time switching back and forth between playing as him and playing as the girl. Because he can go fight and kill stuff, and then she can alchemy things. I know I made it through some storyline bits, but I honestly don't think I made it very far storyline-wise. I mainly was just kind of leveling up and doing alchemy stuff because that was what I was interested in. Because I was trying to upgrade, like, the weapons and stuff. I don't think I really did much outside of that. I think I made more progress in this game than I did the other one. This one I really got into. Atelier Iris 3 Grand Phantasms. There's like a job board at a guild where you can get stuff. And these are our two main characters. This guy. I think his name is Edge. What's her name? Who knows? Anyway, I remember playing as them. I mean, I played far enough that I actually met the next character that you can, I guess, use in battle probably at some point. I don't know much else about that. That's all I remember. I remember playing far enough to access, like, I got another character showing up. Does is there Edge, Iris? Yeah, Nell. Nell showed up, and I had met her, but I don't think I got to the point where I could use her yet. And I was doing some stuff, and then I needed to do like a lot of like grindy, mundane work for the next alchemy recipe, and that's when I kind of walked away from it because I was like, oh, I don't want to kill like 20 of the same enemy in a row. Alright, Garania 3. I made it onto disc 2. That I know that's how much progress I made with this game. So, oh goodness. You start out with this character, and he meets her. Well, saves her, I guess. The next character you meet is her, and then you meet him shortly after. Jeez. Yeah, this is definitely a long game. It's a 2-disc game, and a lot of your time you'll end up wasting at the beginning of the game because there is pretty early on this like casino thing. And if you look up a shortcut, I'm going to call it a shortcut, to the card game, you're going to want to grind a lot because there's a really good piece of armor and a really good weapon. Armor's not that important, but that weapon is super helpful for Alfina, and she sucks so bad at the beginning. So yeah, you start out with Yuki, and you soon meet Alfina thanks to Miranda, Yuki's mother. And then the three of you set out. Shortly after you meet Alonzo, who rips you off. You know, I think you meet Ulf before you meet the dancing girl, because the dancing girl's not even listed in the stupid characters list. Man. I forget that girl's name. I don't think she actually helps you in battle, though. That might be why I don't remember. Felt like she did, because she uses cards and fire magic, right? It doesn't say. Yeah, the book just talks about those early on characters. Yeah, I don't think Ulf joins you the first time you meet him. I think that's what it is. You meet him on like a mountain pass, and there's some bickering, and then she leaves. He leaves. Well, there's a lot of like cutscenes. There's pretty cool music. I loved playing this game. I ended up not finishing it just because it's so long, and I went to play something else. That's a lot of the case with games. It's long, and I went to play something else. This other one, it's long, and I went to play something else. Alright, so yeah, Dragon Quest 8, Journey of the Cursed King. It came with a demo for Final Fantasy 12. It even has a demo manual, which I thought was pretty cool. And then there's the regular manual for the Dragon Quest game. Jeez, Dragon Quest 8. So, yeah, it pretty much shows you your main party here. You start out with the hero and Yangus, and this guy and his horse. You can use Hero and Yangus in battle. And the other two are just kind of hanging out for the longest time. And you go around, you do some missions. You end up going in a cave and killing stuff and whatever. And I believe after the cave is when that chick joins. And I think that's when I quit playing. Whoops. Here's something sad. I made it to the last area in this game, was underleveled, didn't want to do all the level grinding, and never finished it. So, Grandia Extreme. This is a really fun game. I actually love all the characters. You start out as Evan here, and you can use these other characters. You meet them all pretty relatively quickly in the game, and they are barely introduced, but I still remember them anyway. So you got Carmine. Honestly, I don't remember him. I forget his name. I forget her name too. Anyway, Tito, this kid. He throws like little knives, which allows him to do multiple hits, but he does less damage. You got Jade. He's actually kind of a spellcaster. I think his name is Ulf. I could be wrong. I don't remember much about the old guy, I'll be honest. I don't think I used him. I think her name's Miam? Miam? She's fun. I like her. Like, yeah. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of, like, mana egg combination stuff to do. Honestly, I should look up a mana egg chart before I play this again, because I made my own chart when I was playing the game. I don't have the notes anymore because they made no sense, so I tossed them. But I remember I used to try to forge my own mana eggs. I was trying to make the ultimate mana egg that had everything in it. I had like a volcano egg and all kinds of stuff. There's tons of eggs you can make, and they all have different spells in them. I think Mist Egg was the one that had like healing spells in it. But yeah, you start out as Evan. Carmine and I don't remember his name join you for the first area. Brandel. No, it's close. The old guy's name is Ulk. Not Ulf. Ulk. Alright. But yeah, so you have Evan, and you get Carmine and Brandel for the first area. It's like, I'm gonna say it's fire themed. That's kind of the deal. The next area, you have to have Jade with you. I don't remember if there was any other requirements, but I remember I took Tito with me because I wanted to try to vary up who I was using. Girl I don't remember the name of. Her name is Lutina. Lutina? You don't get her early on. She's the only one out of the group that I don't remember seeing early on. Let's see. Then there's other people that you meet. There's Second Lieutenant Dean. She's the one who keeps telling you what to do. And at some point, she just goes, ugh, and walks off and just gives up. Colonel Kreutz and Specto are introduced early on, and it's so clear that they're evil. They're evil as evil. But yeah, like the first area, it's like this ruins area that there's like it's like rock and fire, and that's mainly what you get stone wise. Like the mana egg wise, the mana eggs are pretty specific to each area. And then the next area is water based. I went ahead and went with Jade and Tito there. The characters also. You can take 3 characters. I don't remember. I think I always had Miam with me because I liked using her because she's just so fun. She has her little bow and she's like, yeah. She jumps around and it's adorable. Anyway, the characters can learn these attacks that they work together on, like up to I think it's only up to 3 characters in a combined attack. It can be, so there's specials for 1 character, or specials for 2 characters, or specials for 3 characters. I remember I chose to level grind and make it easier on myself. At some point, Evan was just super overpowered because he has to come with you. And I did my best to power up the other characters. Outside of her, of course, because she joined so late. I don't think I messed with her much. And then there was like I know I was in the last area because I had looked at a guide after I had quit playing the game. And I was like, Holy shit, I was in the last area. I almost beat the game. I needed to grind more for the side characters. I think mainly her, because I think you have to take her with you in the last area. I'm not 100% sure. I remember him not being selectable, though. I don't remember what happened. I think he died or something. I could be wrong. I don't really remember much. I do remember that by that point, he was basically in charge. Dean just said screw it and didn't care anymore. Not that I blame her. And it was super clear that the Colonel and Specto. Oh, this is the thing. He has these glasses and he does like this nerd thing, and it's like, stop it. He tries to like explain way too much, and at some point you're like, I kind of don't care. Yeah, I really liked that game. Obviously, I could go on and on about it. Writing out of stories. So I beat this game as the boy, but I wasn't technically done with the game. I later on found out. So you need to complete the game to the best of your abilities as the boy, complete the game to your best abilities as the girl, and then a third option unlocks for the true ending. Which I was like, what? And I know there was a few characters that I didn't get as him that I should have, which meant I would have had to start all the way over. And I was like, because I just happened to miss them. The only thing I needed to do was talk to them at a certain point and they would have been recruitable. Oh well. I do remember that I liked playing this game. I do know it is a long game. And I do know that the battle style, it's very unique. It takes some getting used to. I remember the girl's name is Riley. I don't remember our guy's name. But yeah, you could choose. I think you can choose right off the bat which one you want to play as. I chose to play as him. And then I was just like, oh, what do you mean there's another? Yeah. I don't even know if the game tells you in the booklet at all. I think it's just something that you find out. Yeah, this tells you about the fact that time changes, and that's how I missed a few characters to recruit. Because they have schedules. So you have, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. They can be doing different things. Jack, that's his name. Jack Russell. That's why I couldn't remember. And her name's Ridley. I was almost right. Riley. Gans, Rothschild. I don't remember Adele. You know, supposed to be Jack's older sister, I guess. Dinus, don't remember. Leonard Ford, I remember him. Natalie, I remember her. Genius, I don't remember him. I remember some of the characters they mentioned. Genius was probably one of the ones I was supposed to find and recruit and just... It don't look like it actually mentions in this booklet the fact that... and it mentions the friend settings so you can track who all your friends with. And it mentions the battles and explains the whole of that. Talks about making friends. Finding items, game progression. Tells you about jobs. Going to sleep to make progress. Making friends. Yeah, I guess it doesn't tell you. Yeah, it don't tell you in the book, so it was just something I found out post game that I didn't actually finish it. It made me a little sad, but life goes on. All right, speaking in tactics, this actually has a music CD with it outside of the game. So this is actually quite literally a tactics RPG. I played through the first 2 battles, and then I kind of quit playing because I wanted to do something else. Eco, I don't know. I made it to the second save point, which I think is a bench. I don't know. And then I quit playing because I wasn't really sure how to solve the next puzzle. I kind of got stuck on it, and I was like, how do I get her to follow me? Like, I beat up the bad guy shadow things, but I couldn't figure out what I needed to do to make it so that she could follow, because there's certain things that she can't do. And I was like, just follow me, girl. Devil May Cry 2, honestly, I think I got all of the Devil May Cry series, and I think I've only played, like, 1 and 3. Yeah, I didn't play 2. Devil May Cry 1, I played this quite a bit. I was on mission 10? I think it said it was mission 10 when I quit playing. No real reason. Just went to do something else. And then I didn't go back to it. So this is Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening Special Edition. This is the second release of it. This one, it was made easier for Americans who complained. This is Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening, which is supposed to be harder. I actually made the most progress in this game, if that makes any sense. I can't remember how the games worked, but I know having save data from certain games in the Devil May Cry series unlocked Virgil in other games. And then Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. So this is one of the versions of Disgaea. There are 3 versions. There's a PSP version, and then there's the Disgaea 1 complete. Or a Disgaea PC if you want to just play it. I have that. I have Disgaea PC. I won that actually from the people who made the game. I actually played this quite a bit, though, and I developed an affinity for my little printies. They were so cute. I liked using them in battle. They were like pretties. I had them all launching off of each other. It was fun. I had done all of the tutorial and I think 3 of the storyline battles. Possibly more. I can't remember for sure. I got the hint that I needed to make use of at least 2 more, I don't know what to call them, summons? Because you don't really capture the enemies, you kind of make them come out or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. And plus, you also have to, like, change their equipment and stuff in the shop. And I didn't realize that was, like, an option. That the shop had weapons for the, certain monsters. The game kind of tells you, but at the same point, if you're just kind of going, I don't care. At some point, because it's a lot of text for, like, the beginning of the game. And you're like, I just want to play the next battle. You'll end up like me and be like, I think I screwed something up. I was doing definitely better on the PC. And the game does tell you on the back even here that there's multiple endings, so I don't know if I'm going to aim for all the endings. I feel like what I'll do is I'll aim for an ending on this one, and I'll aim for a different ending on the PC, and then probably look up the rest. Um, just because at a certain point you don't want to keep replaying and replaying and replaying stuff, because it can get kind of grindy and monotonous unless there's like a guide that cuts down on that. It's something I'll have to look into. So that's it for my PlayStation 2 collection. Like I said, this time it was definitely more of the PlayStation 2 games that I am familiar with, specifically games I've played and games I've beaten. Um, for some reason, I thought I had the PlayStation 2 version of Root Galaxy. Something must have happened to it, but that's okay. I do own it on PlayStation Network. That's another game that I've played a bunch on PlayStation 2. That's why I thought I still owned it, but I didn't see it, and I know I got my games sorted by system. I guess that's the best way of explaining it. So my best guess is something happened to it, and I don't know what that is. I can't find it. But that's okay. It happens. Sometimes the stuff. It will. Life goes on. I can tell you about it though. I have the full guide for it, and I've played because I wanted to complete it. I played using completion stuff, uh, all the way through the the second world, the jungle world. I don't know what to call it. And I think I had just arrived to like the main city port of the next place, which has a robot factory. And I was like, oh no. There's so much stuff to do for the robot factory. I kind of wish I still had the physical copy of it. I don't know what happened to it. Other thing I can think of is it at some point got lost when moving, which sucks, but I mean, I could still play it at least. I just kind of wish I had the physical copy. That's life. Maybe I'll replace it someday if I ever see a good, decent copy of it. Because I know I had a nice copy of it with the game guide and everything, with the booklet and everything. That makes me a little sad, but these things happen. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Sticking through with all my ramblings about the different games. I can't help it. I remember some of the games very fondly. Other games, I don't remember anything at all about them, because I've probably not even played them. Until next time, with probably another system, because I think these will probably go up first. Bye.